instead of them understanding that in a traditional relationship, in a relationship that honors gender roles, the man has a role. He has a form of not a form, but a way of doing things. And in general, men that are just, no matter if they come from a single parent home or a two parent home, healthy men have an understanding that relationships are give and take. And they understand that they're supposed to give things not based on what they want to give, but they're supposed to give things to you based on what it is you want and what you require. um, Usually men who come from unhealthy homes or just have an unhealthy mindset want you to do the most for them as like a tryouts, wifey Olympics, or some crap like that, in order to prove that you have feelings for them. And a lot of women do this and stand by this form of relationship, and it's completely wrong, and it serves women no purpose whatsoever if you're trying to like have a real relationship and be treated like a lady. So to avoid being this mammy, because my definition of mammy is like a woman who does a lot of the caretaking for her man, but doesn't get treated like the woman of the relationship in return. So a mammy is going to be associated with black women before any other kind of woman, right? Like when we hear the word mammy, we don't think of white girls, to be honest. Like a lot of people just automatically go to thinking black woman in the kitchen with an apron on of some kind, right? So the mammy stereotype, this is from Wikipedia. A mammy is a U.S. historical stereotype depicting black women who work in a white family and nurse the family's children. The fictionalized mammy character is often visualized as a larger sized, dark skinned woman with a motherly personality. So I'm really going to highlight that last part in particular, motherly personality, right? Like a lot of women are out here dating with the personality of a mother. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with doing nice things for your man and giving him little gifts here and there, but make sure it's for like a reason. Like, I don't just pop up with gifts to my man. He knows better than to expect me to just pop up with some gifts randomly. He knows that I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do that because I'm not his mom. However, on the other end, I don't pop up and expect my man to do all these quote unquote fatherly things for me either, because I'm an adult woman and I'm dating him as an adult woman, not as his daughter. I'm not dating a man as his daughter, and he's not dating me as his son. But a lot of men want to date women and date them like he is her son. And he's going to want you to do the most for him to prove something in order for him to consider the relationship serious. And this is how you can become a mammy. Like being a mammy is way more than just being a big black woman in the kitchen taking care of someone's kids. It's also a personality. It's a motherly personality. Like having a motherly personality is going to get you men with mommy issues because that's what they want. It's already been proven psychologically that men tend to be more attracted to women who have traits that mimic their own mothers. So if you're dating a guy who he doesn't have mommy issues per se, but his mother is just really nurturing and nice, he's going to naturally gravitate and get along best with women who are naturally just as nurturing and nice, because that's what he's used to. That's like who he was raised by, a very nice and nurturing woman. But it becomes an issue when it's placed as like a demand onto you, when the man just wants to be he just wants you to be this mother all of the time, and he does not want to uptake his role as the man. And that's another way you can tell if you have a motherly personality. Is your man inspired to do things for you? Like, is he inspired to like help you out with stuff? Like, is he inspired to notice little parts of your life where he can come in and fix things for you? If not, if he's just like expecting you to do the most for him and to be this amazing person while he's not even taking notice into your issues, he most likely is treating you like you're his mom. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of Black men, y'all already know that there's a lot of Black men raised in single mother homes that have these mommy issues. The manosphere, the Black manosphere, is a planet of these men that got mommy issues because they want you to do the most just to prove that you like them. It doesn't occur to them that they need to give you the protection. It doesn't occur to them that they need to initiate relationships. They want you to do the most, give it up on the third date, whatever rule they want to create, in hopes that they'll commit. Real traditional men commit, ladies. They don't exercise options. They don't. They commit. They get into relationships because traditional men understand legacy. And legacy is about creating foundations for what you're doing to grow throughout the generations. Like a man who is traditional and legacy minded is not trying to sleep with every single woman he thinks is cute, he thinks is nice, who he thinks has all the qualities in a woman that he needs. He's not going to sleep with every single woman. He's going to sleep with and commit to a woman, right? Like these men have very unrealistic expectations when they have these mommy issues because they've seen their single mother struggle and survive and be this strong woman that now in their dating lives they're subconsciously kind of looking for that in a woman as well. But if you want a traditional relationships, under what men understand that are truly traditional is that there's no such thing as a strong woman, because they understand that women are the weaker vessels and women are the ones that need to be protected and provided for. So traditional men are never going to look for these super strong minded survival tactic having type of woman. They're going to look for women who are smart, but in a way that a woman should be smart, not in a way where it's like you can outcompete and outsmart a man, right? Because that's kind of masculine energy. Feminine energy is a woman is smart, but it's a way that she's tuned into herself. She's intuitive. The smartness that you can contribute to a man is your intuition, your gut feeling, right? Because we as women, we have very intuitive natures. Like our intuition is everything. The way that these men in the manosphere talk about how women want traditional men, but they're modern women, there are definitely men that want traditional women, but are very much so modern. But the mammy, the motherly personality kind of caters to this type of guy. And how can you avoid being the mammy? I'm going to get off here kind of soon, guys, because I have somewhere to go. But make sure to like the video. So how can you avoid being a mammy? You can honestly kind of low-key start saying no. Like when these guys want you to do things that you personally don't feel comfortable doing. You have to also feel comfortable saying no. You have to say no, and you have to fall back. You have to you just have to come in with this energy of I'm not about to be doing all this. And these men who have these mommy issues and are looking for mammies do not understand that relationships are give and take. They do not understand, or they just flat out don't agree with the fact that everything that they receive from a woman, they have a duty and a role as a man and as a person participating in a relationship to do something in return that person wants, right? Like if you choose to sleep with a man, to spend your time with him, to exclusively only date him, as a woman, usually you're going to be looking for commitment from that man, right? But a lot of these guys just want you to give him all those things without having to give his part of the bargain, which is the commitment. And that is how you start turning into the mammy. So to avoid being the mammy, you need to say no. You need to show up with this energy of I'm not really going to do the most for you until you show me where this is going. Because the man, if you're a traditional woman trying to be in a traditional relationship, the man is supposed to lead, and you as the woman who's supposed to be following, right? If you're in a traditional relationship and that's what you want to do, you then would only give based on where he has y'all at. Generation of Black women today really understand how to get out of this image. And anything that a man makes you feel like you need to do consistently while he's not even doing things that you want him to do at that same level, he's trying to make a mommy out of you. He's trying to make a mommy out of you. And he's trying to bring out that motherly personality. And to be honest, as women, we all have natural maternal instincts, right? And a lot of these men who are not serious about having a relationship where they're the masculine man want to prey on women's maternal instincts because they just haven't grown up. They didn't have a father in their life to teach them how to really be a man. And um, they go into their dating life, you know, acting like that, like acting like they don't have to do anything.